For many, it's a medical breakthrough, one that could transform thousands of people's lives by preventing 3 out of every 4 strokes in patients living with atrial fibrillation. Atrial fibrillation, also known as AF, is the most common sustained heart rhythm disorder in the world and affects up to 70 million people around the globe. 1 in every 4 adults over the age of 40 develops this potentially life-threatening condition in their lifetime. Atrial fibrillation can cause a heart to beat either too slowly, too quickly, or irregularly. In addition, AF results in a blood stasis in the atria, leading to the pooling of blood in the heart, which makes it more likely that blood clots will form. Once a clot has formed, blood flowing through the heart can cause the clot to detach and travel through the circulatory system until it reaches the brain. The blood clot can then block the vessel, preventing the normal flow of blood, which deprives the surrounding brain tissue of oxygen and often results in a stroke.
We all know what a stroke is, and we all know what the accumulative effect of a stroke is. So you may not have only one stroke, you may have repeated strokes. And all sorts of things come up as a result of that. The likelihood is that it is genetically transferable. It's not going to be just a simple gene. It's going to be part of a complex arrangement of one gene versus another. But certainly we do know that it is genetically that there are genetic factors in who gets it and who doesn't. They're not measured, we can't measure them at the moment, but we know we're going to find them. And there are odd cases in which the genetic factors are so strong that it's easy to find them, but those are extremely rare. Of course, for most of the people who develop atrial fibrillation, they've got something different in their genes to the people who don't. The chances of you developing atrial fibrillation increase as you get older. So much so that the figure that is often quoted is that after the age of 60, sometime or another, 1 in every 4 people will get atrial fibrillation. It's an extremely common thing, and it gets more and more common the older you get. And we all know that people are living longer than they used to.
Although treatment for AF has been on the market for some time, a better anticoagulant is now available, and history was made in the local medical industry when Namibia became the first country in Africa to launch dabigatran etexylate. Healthcare professionals, including doctors, pharmacists and nurses, recently attended the product's eagerly awaited launch along with government officials in the capital. The new treatment to help prevent AF-related strokes comes from Boehringer Ingelheim, which is one of the world's 20 leading pharmaceutical companies. Founded in 1885 and with its headquarters in Germany, the family-owned company operates globally, researching, developing, manufacturing and marketing novel products of high therapeutic value for human as well as veterinary medicine.
We're in the business of not only researching and developing pharmaceuticals, we're actually also in the business of making life happier for people that are suffering from diseases which are currently unmanageable, and researching areas which will give hope to people that are currently not correctly treated from current therapy. This organization also is one of the few with a pipeline that is second to none. For those that keep track on pharmaceutical organizations, we all contribute in our own ways in various therapeutic areas, but some struggle insofar as the research is concerned. You know, there's hundreds of billions of euros going into research and development, but researching a new product is not always easy, and the risk is high, and only those that focus and invest in developing new chemical entities actually succeed, and I guess at the end of the day there's a bit of luck attached to it too.
Now that a treatment to prevent strokes in patients with atrial fibrillation is available, How accessible is it going to be in Namibia?
It's accessible. Once a drug had been registered, it means it is open to the general public. As a ministry, we'll certainly be using it in the public health institutions.
Atrial fibrillation may cause strokes and may be a global epidemic. But after half a century, there is a new treatment available. It's a medical breakthrough that could transform thousands of people's lives by preventing 3 out of every 4 strokes in patients living with atrial fibrillation.